Okay, welcome back to Oldman Gaming, where today we're gonna play World of Warcraft. But I'm not playing the game as you might think. I mean, like, this is gonna be a series where you get to see how I make gold on the game. It's not gonna be a gold guide. I'm not gonna tell you how to make gold, but you get to watch me see how I do it. I mean, I'll show you the ways I'm doing it. You'll learn something maybe. Um, But you're not, I'm not gonna be like, here's new farm, here's new ways to do it. It's just the ways I'm doing it. Obviously, I'll show you the money I'm making, the items I'm making. Let's get into the game, and we'll go from there. So as you can see, I had to quite a list of characters on this server. Right now, I'm only using 2. This is the first one. Him I have. What do I have? Also, I can't think. He's blacksmithing and leatherworking. Generally loads a little faster. Some games take forever, but this one's pretty quick, so let's see. Can he start it? There we go. So I'll just, sorry, sometimes when we can go first. Me here. Yes, I have the this is Horus. I've been able to make some money. This is the current amount of 12k. Not good, actually, it's really bad. And most of it's little stuff that I was making, not the big thing. Let's pick it all up. First of all, I cancel. I cancel a lot of stuff in the house. Most I've been making these ingots. Pay down. Getting money. Let's see. Pick up all the expired things. So I play this about 3 times a week. So I'm not making tons of money, and I don't farm basically. Once in a while I might, and if I do, we'll go out. But crafting is what I'm doing. Trying to make gold without moving too much. So,
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
let's take a look. Any of my auctions. Made way more ingot. Oh, that's good. I got 500,000 gold. If I'd made a bunch of ingots, I guess these, what, 300, almost 400 that are left is all that it's left, which is good because when I started making them, the price was 90. Now they're down to 67. So what I do, I use TSM. If you don't know what that is, look it up. An amazing auction house plugin. Accepting wrong buttons here. We'll run a post scan. This should scan the prices. Load my stuff up. Something's very well. I just made them to sell something. And to level up my leatherworking. These shouldn't even be in the list. I gotta fix my list, but a lot of this is leatherworking. I'll make a lot of money, but all adds up. And because they're so cheap to make, you know, as you saw, I made about 12k off of all that stuff. Didn't take me long to make. profit on those is pretty good, actually. The one thing I don't have in this list are the ingots, because I like to... Not so good then. Let's see all that. Alright, so we hit max 165,000. I'll do something quick here. I have an Excel sheet that I use. Run all this, you know, to figure out my profits. I just want to set it up so I can show you. Second. Let me get to the right one. Still loading. Alright, so there's lots of little figures in here. This is what's important. Let me switch it back to the Excel sheet. So what we're looking at here is actually put it in at 60. Have they gone up? Maybe not. Let's see, it was 67. Let's go back to take a look fast. They're at 67. What we're gonna do is just put 67 in. That's the price we're selling them at. For the other prices is what I purchased the things needed. You can see it cost me 174,000 to create everything. This is about 1 hour worth of work. Wow, I don't know what that was. Sorry, guys. And at this price, if we only made, I mean, totally 9,300 or 93,000. How many do we have left? I didn't even, let's see. This is, we have 900, I mean 2,472. Let's just mess this a little bit. Change this number. I forgot it already. 2,472. Okay. So if we put those in, we'll make 128,000 on it. Let's see if that like actually makes. That's 66. All right. Well, I still think I'm going to make some profit on these, despite. I mean, from the last listing, I must have made these. Where it was cheaper, and now they've gone up because my stuff came out. Looks like we've got to add a few. So here's.
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
I need to go into the settings of ESM. You can see altogether I've made 7 million. My average earning per day is 25K. That's actually really good. Currently my total profit's minus 64,000 because I lost a bit last time I made a bunch of ingots. Alright, but let's go into this here. I need to go to groups, and I use crafted for obviously all my crafted stuff, and then we just need to select things out of here to add them to the list. That's slow. Wait, stone is. Alright. Basically, it just looks at all the stuff in your inventory, allows you to add them to any list that you will add those 7. If we
Have
go back
anything
to
ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2
auctioning,
centuries old.
we rerun that post scan. Now see, picks up the ones that were not in the list. I gotta fix these two. See, that also shows you what list they're in. What operation. I used to show you what list they're in. Anyway, you know where these are. I'll need to take them out. But I don't want to sell the ore. Okay, that was this guy.
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
We didn't make a great deal today. We're gonna go to our other guy who has inscription and sewing, tailoring actually is what they call it. Mostly been making bags and ink because I haven't. I'm not max level. I haven't played enough. I should. Maybe I'll go out and level because then I can make some of the legendaries and make a lot more money. Just thinking, I don't know, we'll see. Generally, like the last, when BFA came out, I was like top level in 2 days or something, and I played all through it. And made quite a bit of money in the beginning. This one, I don't know what my problem was, I was just not excited. I think it was 2 weeks before I even logged in after the patch started. And it's nothing wrong with the patch, everything looks good. I had no desire to play for a while. But I'm back and I'm playing and some. So he's here because I need to buy.
Only the finest goods.
Well, because I get this penumbra thread much cheaper here than in Orvos. Come here. So let's go to the mailbox. And we'll see what kind of money we made. Oh, that's terrible. Of course, we've got 200 things in our inventory, so we'll. Oh, but the bags didn't sell so well. Now they're down 200 since I put them in. Almost 3. Money on them.
Inventory is full.
Have anything
Alright, so
ancient to
let's-
trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
Buy like bags, it actually gets put in the auction faster if we do it this way. Sometimes I look to see if I could buy more, like if I buy a bunch, the price go up. But not worth it here. These things. Probably not going to make any more. I got lots of stuff to sell. This guy only has about 100k. Mostly because I had to give all the money to Cypher. And made a bunch of ingots. And then I switched to leatherworking.
If you
Cover
find
that up.
anything exotic, bring it to me.
But he's like made all his money back. Still have some old content stuff that I'm trying to sell.
I cannot carry anymore.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs
These
to
two are
be at
just
least
faster to put
2
them this way.
centuries old.
They still have a good price considering how much it costs to make them. And they still sell. If we look, the sell rate, 100 a day are going. That's why I'm making them. You don't make a lot. Probably cost me 100 gold to make those. These, well, they're just left over. Bought a bunch. Well, this guy had a different strategy. I spent about 2 million. Ah, that's crap. People aren't going to press. 10. I want to get those gold. As I was saying, I have a different strategy. Up here you can see I've got a few of the hard mounts from BFA. This one wasn't so hard. Up. Nice. You can see I bought it for 7,000. It's going for 49,000. Even after the auction, but I'm almost make 40k on it. I have quite a few of those in. This guy down. The idea is I wait a couple months for the. This guy's going up too. Doesn't show what does. I bought him at 75,000. But 120. I mean 200. The 200. So that means like 125k. I only have one of him though. Fortunately, I bought more, but I ran out of them before I got to him. The idea is just to wait for 4 or 6 months. I'm hoping the Chudon Reigns, Terrified Pack Mule, this guy, I'm hoping it gets up to her. It's gonna take some.
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
But when you're making gold, sometimes you just gotta hold on to stuff. Like, good money. Here.
Inventory is full.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
I don't know if I made any money on these after all. It's a bit sad. Inks. I think that was about the cost for them. Pretty different. I'm not going to sell the Tranquil. Wow. Maybe some of them sold.
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
Keep clicking the wrong button. Alright, so let's run a post scan. Where we're at. So with this guy, I've done a little bit of farming. Transmog. Got some stuff that's in the sewing that's like long time sell, so you just keep putting them in. They'll sell. Like the tuxedo shirt pattern. Might sell one a month, but they're still nice. They don't cost anything to put in, really. See, this makes auctioning really fast. I was just thinking back in the day, before they actually fixed the auction cost forever.
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
And now it's like 50. It's really nice. Alright, after this clean out, we will probably see how much we have or haven't made. This guy, I think, slowed down, and so it just hasn't been amazing. 4,000. That's terrible. Got all those bags coming. No. Bags
I cannot carry anymore.
Have anything ancient to
Basically
trade?
have to, like,
Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
put them in. Like, if you make 100, you gotta put them in. Like, cancel them and repost them 3 or 4 times a day to sell all of them. And you can make quite a bit of money. I just don't have it. This is very casual gold making. Don't Like I said, I'll probably post these 2 or 3 times a week. Especially if I make a real good amount of gold. I don't really have a goal except to get these guys up above 1 million. Once you've got money like that, you know, owning a market is not tough. You just buy everything out and repost it at a better price. And unfortunately, though, there's still dingbats, undercuts. They don't need to. Like with the new system, you got to be the first, or sorry, the last person into the list. You can post it at the
If you
exact same
find
price.
anything exotic, bring it to me.
I cannot
Guess I
carry
don't
any more of
understand
those. I cannot carry any more of those.
I should get the rest of our stuff ready. We didn't make a lot here. 4,000. So, yeah, look at that. Our ink sold.
I cannot carry any
Barely.
more of those. I cannot carry any more of those.
28 scrolls are selling. That's good. That's like a transmog. That's good. Alright.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
On the pricing of all this, I've done some of it's just what you'll find on the internet, but to get the normal pricing, I don't see any. But I've done some decent calculations to make it a reasonable price. Normally you want to see here where it says undercut competition. Posting at normal generally means that there's no other things posted. Spear, I wish it would sell. It goes up and down. Some days it's like 20k. Like today it's almost. Yeah, there's just a few items I'm gonna go back in. Yeah, that's an okay price. Cost me 35,000 to make this card. A better price than 35,000. It was an experiment. At the time I had 3 million gold, so 5k wasn't too much. Now it's like more. Okay. I think I've been making the cards, but they're really gamble. Go here. Let's see. So this deck 1900, 3000, 2000, 8000. The decks aren't doing very well. They actually cost quite a bit to make one these days. Like in the early game, first 2 these are well. They're a big money maker. And then afterwards, you kind of have to own the market to, or have a lot of money to buy out these, or so I wouldn't buy out some, just to make the price any higher. It's just... Alright, one last thing I want to check on this guy anyway. Anything's gold. Oh look, one massive base of gold. Alright.
If you find anything exotic,
I'm gonna leave it
bring
there.
it to me.
So, once again, thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe. Let me know which videos you like, and I'll continue making them. And I will see you in the next video.